Hey, Mark, what you doing?
Hey, Brian, I'm working on carrots.
I feel like you've been doing that all day.
I know, I have so many chores to do.
Man, we gotta learn how to take better care of ourselves.
That's for sure.
Have
You
you-
seen Nathan today?
You know, I heard he went to the park just to sing songs outside.
That guy's great at taking care of himself.
Maybe we need... Wait a minute. What if we went on an adventure and learned from animals how to take care of ourselves?
That's exactly what we need. That and some action suits.
Adventure suits?
Let's do it. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I love that every time.
Such a trip.
It worked on your carrots.
I should have tried that earlier.
Yeah, you should have.
All right, well, let's do this, huh?
Time to go on an adventure?
All right, here we go.
Here
We're
we
all
go.
set here. Come on.
Welcome to the Canlis Kids Show.
Wow!
There's something Mark and Brian would like to know. How animals use creativity to help them grow. Maybe there's an animal adventure where we can go. So welcome to the Canlis Kids Show.
Moni! Oh, it's good to see you.
Hey Mark, hey Brian, looks like you're at it again.
We are. Gosh, we just love going on adventures.
What are you learning about today?
You know, we thought we'd learn a little bit more about what it means to take good care of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be really surprised at what you can learn from an otter.
Could you teach us about otters?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you a story. Ollie and his sister Olivia, who is just a few years older, have a really close relationship. They did everything together. They went deep diving with each other to the bottom of the water's floor for sea urchins. They would race each other and even swim faster than some of the fish around them. They would even take care of each other's fur, since that is what keeps them waterproof and warm in the cold waters they live in. Ollie the otter's mother built a beautiful den for him and his sisters near the seashore, and every night they would hold paws, a lot like holding hands, so that they wouldn't float away from each other in the night. Ollie has 3 other sisters, but none of them would hang with him like Olivia did. That was his best friend. But Olivia was getting older and would soon want to make a family for herself. Ollie was getting nervous. Who would he splash around and chase after fish with? Who would hold his paws and help clean his fur? When Ollie was feeling silly, could he ask his mom to play with him? Mom was always busy with his younger sisters and making sure his home was protected and they were all fed. So maybe sometimes, but not so much. Olivia sensed Ollie's nervousness and said, "Hey kid, let me show you something." Ollie followed Olivia down into the water like he always did, but this day was different. Today was all about learning and paying attention. Olivia knew that she would be leaving soon and needed Ollie to be able to do big otter things all by himself. He needed to know the water on his own and know how to take care of himself. That day, she showed him how to wrap himself in sea kelp to stop from floating away. She showed him how to close his eyes and use his nose and whiskers to find fish to eat. She even took him to his favorite sand on the bank and gathered materials for the den he would have to make for himself one day. Olivia told Ollie that there was nothing to be nervous about. All of the time they've spent together has prepared him to be his own otter. Ollie knew his sister would grow up one day, but days like this are what he'll remember forever. Ollie was sure now that he could use all of what he's learned to have lots of fun and still be responsible. Thanks, big sis.
That was such a good story.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Moni.
You know, I think you guys should head back to the aquarium and see an otter for yourself.
We're back. Oh, hey, Sarah.
Hi, Mark and Brian.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
We're on an animal adventure again.
Again?
Can't wait to meet some new animals. Do you think you could show us any today?
Yeah, I would love to. You guys want to go see our harbor seals?
Harbor
Oh,
seals.
wait, that'd be amazing.
Great, well, let's mask up and we'll go see them.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Awesome. Here we go.
this is Q. Hello, Q. Harbor seals are really smart. They're really trainable.
Very smart, very trainable.
They're good learners.
They're
Is that-
very good learners. for
Wow,
sure.
okay. Do they learn pretty quickly?
It depends on what you're asking them. So something that he would do naturally, like spinning, good. That would probably take less time.
Because they're such good spinners.
But something like this, getting your teeth brushed,
So you need to brush this seal's teeth.
you need to brush the seal's teeth.
And how come, why do you brush your teeth? I mean, I brush my teeth.
I brush
You-
my teeth
You
every
brush
day,
your teeth.
too.
And
Every
so
day.
Q needs to brush his teeth just to kind of keep them extra clean.
That's right. Move up. Atta boy. Good. Turn it. Good.
And how do you brush a seal's teeth?
So we're gonna ask him to open up his mouth, and we're
Okay.
gonna put the Sonicare toothbrush
With a little bit of toothpaste?
with a little bit of toothpaste on it.
Is it mint or is it squid flavor?
We can say it's squid flavored.
Are you feeding him squid? Did I just see
That is a squid. Yep.
That was a squid.
This was a squid. So one of the cool things about harbor seals is they feel like a water balloon that's filled with like pudding. So in the mouth.
He feels strong to me, and he
Yeah.
feels like he'd be really warm even in that cold water. Does he have kind of blubber or
He does,
a
he
fat that allows him to stay warm?
That's right. So they have the blubber, the squishiness that helps keep them
Wow,
warm.
I
The
can't
fur doesn't
believe
really keep
that.
them warm at all.
It
It's just a
doesn't.
thin layer.
Okay, got it.
Their whiskers are actually super cool and super sensitive.
What does
They're
he use those whiskers for?
to find food.
No
so,
way.
Yeah, so
How
they
would he
can
find
kind
it?
of pick up the vibrations of a fish as they're
No
swimming
way.
by. Yeah, it's super
Can-
cool.
His whiskers can feel a salmon swimming by or
Yep. They
or
have
a
this
herring.
like curly Q shape if you can kind of see
yeah,
right there. Water.
Wow. No way. Aubrey, where are we?
You are right here with the sea otters.
The sea otter.
This is Mishka.
Oh, Mishka. Mishka? I don't think I've ever seen a sea otter before. What makes them unique and special?
They are literally the fuzziest animal in all the world.
No way. The fuzziest animal in the whole wide
The
world.
fuzziest.
How do you know they're the fuzziest?
We've counted. We do it per square inch. So in the size of your eyeball, they can have over 1 million hairs.
A million hairs.
Yes.
1 million hairs
1 million hairs.
in that tiny space.
Mhm.
And
They-
why do they need that hair?
Well, if they didn't have all their fur, they would get really, really cold.
What does a sea otter eat?
Well, there are different types of food that they can eat. They can eat fish, or they can eat some different type of invertebrates. So invertebrates meaning they just don't have a backbone or a spine.
Like a clam?
Like a clam,
Like they have shells?
like a crab. But they also do need to eat some shells. So they're not just trying to go like we do and just eat the meat, but they're eating parts of the shell as well for roughage. They also, like a cat, have retractable claws. So they
Whoa.
can use those claws to grab different food items.
Is that why I see them scratching their fur? What are they doing with their claws?
Oh, a lot of people think that they're itching, but they are not itchy. They're just doing what's called grooming. So when you go take a shower, that's essentially what this is for them. So they're taking their little sea otter bath.
Okay.
They're rubbing their fur to make sure they get out any juices that were from the fish or from the invertebrates that they were eating. But they need to stay, like we said, nice and warm. So it's very important that they are constantly grooming and keeping their fur clean.
They look really flexible. Do they do yoga or aerobics or some kind of sea otter exercise?
Sea otter yoga, it sounds about right. Or gymnastics. They do a lot of barrel rolls.
It would be
And
I've seen that one
spinning.
doing gym barrel rolls. That's so cool. Could you show us how they eat?
I sure could.
There we go.
We're
back.
That was a good one.
Oh
Welcome back
man,
again.
you can't believe where we've been.
Tell me about it.
The aquarium again.
Really?
It was incredible.
We got to meet harbor seals.
Yeah.
And,
Sea otters.
and we got to sea otters. They have this fur and it's so dense, and they eat on their.
They
like
eat right
this.
there on their backs, and
Yeah.
and then the harbor seals, they like jump and flip, and we got to feed them, and
I got to brush their teeth.
we brushed their teeth.
Yes!
Did you?
I've got it. You've inspired me again.
What do you
Can I
already
play you
have a
another
song?
song?
Yes, I
Yes!
want to hear it. Come on.
Go for it. Brush your hair and brush your teeth. When you wake up and before you go to sleep. Do you like the otters and do you like the seals? Or your teeth will fall out and they won't be real. Otters may eat oyster shells, and you may eat macaroni and bologna, but you have 32 friends in your mouth. And if you don't take care of them, they might fall out.
So true.
I love that song.
Man, thank goodness the harbor seal's teeth weren't falling out.
And we have to remember to brush our teeth too.
Right? It's almost time for that. Look, I can't wait to do another adventure next week. Do you think you'd join us again?
I would love nothing more.
Will you join us next week too?
Let's do it. Remember,
Happy adventures!
You know, we thought we'd discover a little more about what it looks like to take care of ourselves. Yeah, less like that and more just, healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Did you just eat a lice out of my head?
That was great. That's really good.
Yeah. That's like the otters do.
Like the otters.
You know, Brian picking lice out of your head
Only-
reminds me of a story.
You never know. It could be magic on film.
Good, good magic. I'm glad you went for
Check
it.
that take.
And action.